Hello, I'm taking a moment to remember World Holocaust Day. People, they can come to suffer in the absence of thinking vigilance within adults and children. All of us, we must always be vigilant against the horrors of others visited upon this world. As humans, we must exist as thinking adults, up here. Too often we slack off the job and the kids, and we just don't want to think as society anymore. And that's a really bad thing. Ben Franklin and all the other thinkers from the Enlightenment, they believed that our society could not survive without adults being always aware of their situation and awake to either stop evil from happening by finding out about it in advance and interfering or talking that person out of their intentions. I used to talk to Stan Lee all the time. I'd be like, oh, I'll just report it to the FBI. And he was like, no, don't report it to the FBI. Get involved. Intervene. If you intervene on something that you know is about to happen that's really bad, then we don't need to pay extra taxes to the FBI to make them do it. We can reduce our own tax load, and you have your own free time. You don't need to watch that television show, do you? You could skip a television show here and there, can't you? But we become so addicted in our society to TV and soap operas that we don't take care of our own lives. We just don't seem to care anymore, and that's very concerning to me, because we lose things. Um, you should be concerned enough on your own to take real action to stop the guy who says he's going to murder his wife if she irritates him again. Then before you know it, he goes and does it 6 months later. And oh, the whole community knew he was going to do it, but nobody had the wherewithal or the vigilance to do anything about it. That's just lazy. And it's very wrong. It's one of the reasons I spent a lot of time co-writing Boondock Saints. And it was my effort to awaken people and get them to wake up to reality and think and stop sleeping their lives away as drones. As a society, we are so much better than that. But all we want to do is watch TV shows and go back to sleep, ignoring the lives around us, ignoring the consequences of our sleeping, ignoring that. And it's bad. We cannot survive as a society of zombie sleepers. And really, this is a problem within our society. I've known it since the 80s. And I've seen it since the 80s. And I've been like, wake the fuck up! But people they just want to sleep. I don't get it. Why are you sleeping? You could be helping out somebody. But you want to sleep. Just shoot yourself now, if you're going to do that. Save us all the trouble of you existing in our society and taking up our time, our money, our resources, our education, when you should be doing something about all the problems in our society. You see, it's our own fault that we have the society that we have. It's our own fault that we have drinkers. It's our own fault that we have gangs. It's our own fault that we have all of these problems, and we're all like, oh, well, we'll just look up to the government to solve this, and I'm just gonna watch my soap opera for the next 3 years and forget about it. And I mean, no, you don't do that. You take responsibility. Society needs to take responsibility. The people in our society, we need to take responsibility for ourselves. Our actions. I am like, as a writer, I am kicking ass. I am leading society. I am leading Donald Trump around, literally. I am telling him what to do. I am involved in over 100 philosopher groups. I check in like on a rotary, I just rotate on the basis of checking in and seeing what they're doing and seeing what their politics is and talking to them and saying, maybe this isn't right, or maybe this is a little wrong, or this seems a little immoral to me. And I have a huge amount of influence worldwide just by doing that because nobody else wants to do it apparently. But it's a little frustrating, but it's kind of cool having like all this power. But on the other hand, I prefer if we had more thinkers, some input, some different ideas, because it's kind of difficult being alone. Maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know.